In this video, we're going to use the AI generation functionality of InvolveMe to add AI generation into a lead funnel. We're going to use that to give an AI generated response to the user in exchange for their email address. So for this funnel, we're going to build a lead funnel that is targeted towards marketers who want to get a custom email subject line based on the type of email that they want to create. So to do this, we're going to modify a template that InvolveMe has here already. So we're going to search for cold email. We're going to click cold sales email script for AI generator. Let's go ahead and click choose. We're going to modify it. So we're going to keep it at the single thank you page. We'll click start editing, and you can see by default, we have one page and we have one thank you page where we get the actual result. So I want to change this a little bit. So instead of cold email script generator, so I'm going to change this to get an amazing subject line for your email. And then I'll say, let AI generate conversion optimized subject lines. Lines for your marketing emails. Okay, so then here, what I want to do is let's change this around a little bit. So this right here is just a contact form field. I want to delete that. I'm going to add it to a different page. Name of email sender, this I don't care about as well. Name of email recipient, I don't care about that as well. And what is this email about? So I'm going to say change this to paste in the content of the email. And that's it. And then it's a text area. That's what we want. Answer is required. We can keep this CAPTCHA. If you search for CAPTCHA, it's under legal and security. This is good just to make sure that, especially when you're doing something like AI generation, that you're getting kind of real people. Then when we click generate this button, that's fine. I want it to go to the next page. But instead of going to that final page, I want to add in another page here. And this is where I'm going to add in a contact form. And I'm going to say, fill in, enter your email to get your free generated subject line. And then here, what I'll do is let's remove first name, last name. Let's say I only care about email. Then I can turn on, make sure it's required is turned on. And I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can validate the emails to ensure that you're getting real emails with these funnels. So one thing that you can do is turn on OTP email verification. What this does is it'll send an email to the user with a one-time code that they would then enter here onto the form. This helps you verify that it is a real email that they have access to. Now, to do this is an add-on functionality, so you do have to pay an additional fee. As of the recording of this video, it's either 50 euros a month or 500 euros a year to turn this on and have it actually work, but just want you to be aware of that functionality. And then I'm going to show you in a second some other ways that we can verify the email list. Here under subscribe to newsletter for opt-in checkbox, I like this. We can keep this. We can keep the opt-in checkbox for agree to the processing of personal data. And then hitting next will send us to that thank you page. Now, there are a couple other ways to make sure that you're getting valid emails. So if we go to the configure tab and we scroll down to personal data, here, there's two things that we can do. One is we can click don't accept disposable email addresses. So this prevents submissions from users who input disposable emails. That's something like 10-minute mail. There's websites that you can go to get a disposable email address that people use all the time to kind of get through some of these things. This prevents that, so this is really great. You also can click don't accept personal email addresses, so you can't input Gmail, Yahoo. It makes people put in a company email. But the thing I really care about is don't accept disposable email addresses. So I'm going to save that. We'll go back to our editor. And now we can go finally to the thank you page. So this, we're just going to change it a little bit. Instead of generating the script for your cold email, we'll say generating your subject lines. And we'll just edit this a little bit, a few seconds, while our AI creates a conversion optimized email subject line. Okay. And then here under the AI generated text, so if we exit out, just so you know where to find this in the future, if you search AI and go down to the bottom, there's this AI generated text field. So we're going to click on that, and I'm going to explain how this all works. So first we have just our label, internal label. This doesn't matter. Then we have a prompt. So here in the prompt, what we're going to do is change kind of the initial prompt that we want. Then we can add custom fields. So in our case, we're going to want to add in the answer to question 1, which is the content of the email. And if I go to the thank you page again, that's what we're going to want to paste in. So it has that dynamic field, and it's going to use that to take this prompt when you get to the thank you page and generate that subject line. So what I'm going to do, let's just edit this a little bit. I'm going to delete what it had. So you are a world-class digital marketer, sales expert. Okay. I will give you the necessary information, and you will create 5 amazing subject lines or 5 amazing potential subject lines for the email that will help increase open rates. And then what I'll do is email content, and then I'll add here the answer, which is from, again, page 1. Under options, you can make it either more accurate or faster, essentially probably using just a higher powered model in the back end. So I'm going to say more accurate, which again will use more credits per submission. You can see I have 200 credits here to start with. Minimum height, you can change the minimum height of the output. Some of the outputs can be really long. And then that's it. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete this restart. So let's say I don't want to do that. One other thing just to be aware of, if you wanted to hide this for participants, you could hide it, and then you could email them this response. So that's just an option. If you go to configure, and then we go to send custom email to participants, we could, add in a custom field here and just type the @. And then if we scroll down to the bottom, AI generated text, here we could say, here is your subject line. So we could email them the response instead of sending it right there. So different ways to do it. I'm going to uncheck send custom email. And let's actually test this. So if I click this little I here, get an amazing subject line for your email. You can see it says draft preview. So let's find an email that I can paste in. So I just pasted in the text of an email I received today, which is from a company called Resend, with basically kind of their updates, kind of tips for 2025, and some updates on their platform. So I'm going to click I'm not a robot. Let's click generate. Okay, enter your email to get the free generated subject line. I will subscribe and I agree. I'll click next. And here we go. It's generating the subject lines. You can see by default, Involve Me kind of has that loading, and pretty cool. It's doing it actually. It's showing the generation as it generated, as opposed to waiting until the full thing was generated, which I also think is a really cool feature. So here, subject line ideas for email campaign, help shape Resend in 2025, share your insights, unlock our top email deliverability tips for 2025, discover our new X Twitter component and more updates. Okay, cool. And let me see what they actually did. What they actually said was, what should Resend build, fix, or improve in 2025? So you be the judge which one you think is better, the one they actually did, or one of these options. I think the options that were shared here are actually pretty cool. But this could be a real world kind of funnel that you could use for marketers to collect email addresses and give them something for free. And you could do this for really just about any type of kind of AI prompt that you wanted to do, you could do here. So pretty cool. I would definitely recommend checking this out, and you can obviously customize this to kind of anything that you want. So we've reached the end of our Involve Me introductory course. We've covered a lot, everything from building a really simple form. We built a recruitment funnel. We built a price calculator, and we built an AI subject line generator with verified emails. Hopefully by now you feel comfortable with the platform, how to use this for your own use cases. I definitely recommend going to the templates and checking out all of the different templates and kind of thinking, how would this apply to my own company? I know I'm going to do this myself for No Code MBA to see how I can use these funnels to help with lead generation myself. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below. I hope, again, this was a helpful and insightful tutorial and series of videos. I'll see you in the next course on No Code MBA.